Hi students, welcome to Nurse as Scholar Evidence-Based Practice. So in this course, we will be really taking a look at why it's so important that nurses conduct research and that why we use research to drive our care of our patients, right? So as you may have heard before, it usually takes 15, 18, 20 years for our research to get to our practice at the bedside, which is a long time, right? So by the time it gets to the bedside, it could be outdated and we have to start the research over. So this course, we're hopefully going to see why it's so important that nurses participate in research, why we understand it, and why we use evidence-based practice to inform how we care for our patients. So as you can see in this, there is a lot of course content. This is just the introduction to the course, the information about my faculty, for me as a faculty, my contact information, etc. Your syllabus is in here, and then that will not be hidden, and then your assignments and introduction, etc. So this is kind of your course tour. So you can go in and download your syllabus. I'm going to click on assignments for a moment. The assignments tab here has a lot of information in it. It's going to have your course academic honesty and course assignment overview, which you can look at. There will be some feng shui tools, which are not critical for you to, dig through. The feng shui component of the course is just to add a little fun and keep this topic, which can be very heavy and overwhelming sometimes, a little bit lighter. So you can look through those tools. There are some research tools, which I'm going to open. There's a paper video for your reference. There are links to Purdue OWL, some Google books on nursing research, chapter 1, and then there's some more information here about the library guide, etc. So looking at qualitative research designs, research question worksheet. So all of these are going to be important for you to have looked through to see what you can learn through this component about research tools. Now, your scholarly appraisal assignments, which we'll get into, this little caret will kind of drop you down and you'll be able to see the scholarly appraisal assignments, directions, and example, and then here are your 2 scholarly appraisals that you'll do, and then your grading rubric. So that is one component of assignments, and then you'll be able to see research component assignments. Again, they're all listed in here, what you'll be turning in, and then examples of research component assignments. I put those in here so you could see student examples. They're not perfect examples, but they're just how you can see what other students chose and how they frame their papers. This is your abbreviated evidence-based practice research project, which is due by week 6, and then your final course reflection. So we'll take a look at these as we go through and see what is coming up in the course. So really, there is no way to make this simpler for the assignments, unfortunately. So you'll just have to pay attention to what we're doing and just use these. And I tried to put links in the different weeks to take you back to your assignment. So this is your main overview, but they are within the weeks. So the welcome, you have your intro week activities. So they're basically all set up. You're going to have some activities for each week. You can follow along here in the course, or it's in the syllabus. Your textbook information is here. These are the Johns Hopkins Research Appraisal tools that we'll be using within the course. Note that I did put in here the Appendix F. This is what we're using if it was a non-research based article, but we're not going to be using this appraisal tool for your 2 appraisal assignments. However, you should look at it and know what it is and how to use it. It's very these tools are very specific, so you're going to use this one, Appendix E, when you do your 2 scholarly appraisal assignments that are research-based articles. And then there is another website here that kind of helps you further explain the Johns Hopkins Research Appraisal tool. I just abbreviated it, the JHRAT, so you didn't have to read that over and over again. And then there will be more information about this forthcoming, but this is just your introduction to it. And you can see that you have APA resources, a library link, a syllabus sign-off again. So there is a lot of information within this course. So each week pay attention. If you have questions, ask, and we're going to make it through. So Unit 1, Introduction to Applied Nursing Research, and then there's some feng shui information in here. So you're going to see the activities component, again, the title, introduction, and then unit activities. The unit activities will be listed here for you. Again, you'll have scholarly appraisal assignment number 1 and a discussion. So this is how each chapter or each unit will be set up. You can see there's an instructor video that will be in there. There's some information on feng shui, and there's a helpful page about level of evidence. You'll see your Unit 1 discussion and your scholarly appraisal number 1. So again, this is the same information that's in the assignments tab. I just tried to put them, link them into this component, and they do have the due dates for you listed. And then Unit 2, again, same thing. You're going to have a drop down, you're going to have your unit activities and an introduction section, the video, some online readings, some videos. This is a really nice podcast. You can just set it to listen and maybe not take too many notes, just kind of listen to it. And then you'll have your discussion, and your assignment week 3 will be research component number 1, which is identifying your program and using the PICO question. Or identifying the PICO question. So again, this is just, again, a brief course tour to kind of get you introduced to how the course is going to go. So I'm not going to spend too much more time on this video, but I wanted to show you what this looked like, and then I'll just have a brief syllabus video so you can actually take a break once you've watched this one, and then you can watch the syllabus video too. So if you have any questions about anything, please reach out. It's a great course. There's a lot of information. We have a great book. Again, there's a lot of information in the book, but we're going to get through it. And the goal is to, give you the most information that's possible so that you have experience to this. And then if you go into research, or if you are using evidence-based practice at the bedside, you have this understanding behind it.